Drake is the biggest fraud of our generation. And I don't even like saying that. I mean, I've been a semi-passive Drake fan since 2009. But since this Kendrick beef started, I've been going back and looking at not only Drake the artist, but Drake the person, and things are a lot worse than I could have imagined. I've been going down this rabbit hole for weeks now, and I have found some dark shit. So let's get started.
Man's never been in marquee when it's shut down, eh? Trust me, daddy.
The sad
I didn't even know that it was Drake that said that. I just been hearing the clip out of context for months. That trust me, daddy. I did not know that that was Drake. I think that's kind of wild.
Man's never been in marquee when it's shut down, eh? Trust me, daddy.
The sad truth I've realized is that Drake is the #1 artist in a culture that he doesn't understand and has no interest in trying to understand. The truth is, Aubrey Graham is the polar opposite of the street rappers that he associates himself with. He is a Canadian child actor that was raised by a white Jewish woman. He is not whatever 21 Savage's childhood was. I'm assuming it was rough.
I feel like it's very easy for people to forget. And thank you so much for this $2. You're a Drake fan? Send him to the Shadow Realm. Yeah. I think it's really fascinating that people tend to completely overlook the fact that Drake is a mixed Canadian child actor from Canada with a white Jewish mother. So the idea that anybody ever should have taken him seriously as like a physical threat is kind of nuts. KAHMAL is going to continue to illustrate that throughout this video.
Whatever 21 Savage's childhood was, I'm assuming it was rough.
It's really been my whole life, really, since I was born, you know what I'm saying? I've been involved with the street.
And as a fellow suburban, I am the last person that's gonna try to shame somebody for having a childhood like that. But Obs, when you put on 15 chains and a pair of Timbs to go shoot the worst behavior video so you can look tough and use a black kid as your poverty prop, I have to make fun of you, I'm sorry. It's so tough and use a black kid as your
How did I never notice this? How did I never notice that in the worst behavior video, Drake is just carrying around some random black child? Why? Why is he doing that?
poverty prop, I have to make fun of you, I'm sorry. It's so obvious that this is just a cornball who's paying for street cred, because we've all been reminded that this is who Drake really is.
Well, I'm more tired.
I need y'all to lock in, because this shit is about to be so funny.
I've been reminded that this is who Drake really is.
Well, I'm more tired than you.
So what's up? You didn't get your sandwich.
No. Didn't.
Want to talk about it?
No. Get out of here. I didn't get my sandwich. I was looking forward to a nice tuna sandwich on a bagel.
Tuna, I could eat tuna.
I was looking forward to a nice tuna sandwich on a bagel. Y'all are really telling me that this man has mob ties. Y'all are really telling me that this man knows the street life. This man said, I was really looking forward to a tuna sandwich on a bagel. Drake!
Want to talk about it?
No. Get out of here. I didn't get my sandwich. I was looking forward to a nice tuna sandwich on a bagel.
A nice tuna sandwich on a bagel.
I could eat tuna.
I clearly said, hey, can you please get me a tuna sandwich?
I thought you were kidding, because you don't.
Oh, yeah, because
you don't.
I definitely pull a joke, joking about a tuna sandwich that I wanted.
You like chicken salad.
I'm just a regular comedian
This is the real Aubrey. You're watching it.
over here. Get me a tuna sandwich, Just joking.
Remember?
Now, whether he's trying to get this street cred to further his career or because he feels inadequate as a man, I don't know. But either way, it's unacceptable.
The greatest advice Wayne has ever given me, and
This pisses me off, this clip specifically that we're about to watch.
the greatest advice Wayne has ever given me, and it's a constant, it's less of advice and more of a constant reminder, which I love him so much for saying this to me, is, you know, he's always just like, man, please be yourself. Please don't ever try and be me or anybody else.
The thing is dead and trust me, headshot them bomb up.
Don't ever go get tattoos. You don't have to dress any different, you know, because I like from the day Wayne.
What happened? My goat, Lil Wayne, told you to please just be yourself. And you didn't listen. Thank you so much for this, Emily. I appreciate you.
Wayne met me to now, I haven't changed anything about myself.
I haven't changed anything about myself.
Aubrey, what happened? You can tell me. Wayne, why would Drake be himself when he can just pretend to be a bunch of other people? Because this is what Drake has become over these past 10 years or so. He sees a culture that has a buzz and that he has no genuine appreciation for, and attaches himself to it like a leech for clout, validation, and financial gain. He did it with the UK scene, the reggaeton scene, the Caribbean scene, and now the Atlanta scene. Nothing about this dude is authentic, including his abs apparently, which is hilarious.
Look at this image of Drake. I want you to tell me that that happened naturally. Please.
So funny that he hasn't addressed the fake ab thing. No one's even talking about that. How sad is the day where you have to walk into a doctor's office for your fake ab surgery? Holy shit, that's pathetic. You're one of the most successful musicians of all time, and you're going under the knife for a fake six-pack. Like, you still need more confidence? You can't believe in yourself enough to just like be like, well, whatever. But you know what's even more tragic than Drake's lack of self-confidence? And for all the Drake fans out there who actually believed him when he said this dumb shit.
Appropriating is taking it for your own personal gain and denying that it was ever inspired from this.
What about when he took Drum's song, calling it the Cha-Cha remix without reaching out or anything? And then once the song started getting traction, he actually changed the name so he didn't have to associate his success with anyone
Drake stole Hotline Bling? Damn, Drake, spread the bread.
else.
Just a little shocking because it came out as like the Cha-Cha remix. You know what I'm saying?
As is, not really Hotline Bling. At the time.
Right.
At the time, it was the Cha-Cha remix.
2 weeks. So, I don't know. It's just really weird. I ain't getting no reach out, no nothing or whatever.
And then
He sent people to jump drum too. Lawbury, I was reading a chat message. Do not sue me.
person, instead of dealing with it like a man, he sicks his bodyguards on him like a pussy-ass supervillain.
Hey, somebody tell Drake to shut the up about that. He never even touched me, nigga. I pressed his ass. Bodyguards, goddamn. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh shit, it looks like this really happened. Oh my god.
His bodyguards went to town on the kid. But his bodyguards in, not his ass.
It just goes to show that it's always about him. I mean, how can you say you care for the culture and then have lyrics like this?
You've got my mind in a terrible place, whipped and chained like American slaves.
Yo, I totally forgot. That is a Drake lyric. He definitely said that. Whipped and chained like American slaves. Oh my god, that's horrible.
My mom would fly across the country to beat my ass if I ever even considered putting some shit like that in a song. What is wrong with you? And you can't even use the excuse like, oh, you know, he's young and ignorant. He wrote this as a 36-year-old man with a child or 3, possibly. An article written 9 years ago about how you have a 2-year-old daughter? What?
Whoa. Is KAHMAL the mole? Did KAHMAL help Kendrick write Meet the Grams?
I'm sorry. 36-year-old man with a child or 3, possibly. An article written 9 years ago about how you have a 2-year-old daughter? What? I'm sorry, you don't get to make pretend rap music and then use black people as an aesthetic when it's convenient for you. And
you don't get to make pretend rap music and use black people as an aesthetic when it's convenient for you. I think KAHMAL and I would be best friends, like unironically.
About how you have a 2-year-old daughter? What? I'm sorry, you don't get to make pretend rap music and then use black people as an aesthetic when it's convenient for you and say this in your music. Aubrey, I'm gonna need you to pick one. And during this Kendrick beef, Drake's made even more songs that are just as bad, if not worse. In Tailor-Made Freestyle, Drake had fake Snoop Dogg say this crazy shit.
I know you never been to jail, always jumpsuits and shower shoes. Never shot nobody, never stabbed nobody, never did nothing by
YouTube, please do not cook me. It is not me who is playing this song.
and know when it's the homies that empower you.
Do you realize how gross that is for a privileged Canadian child actor to tell someone from Compton that they're not hood enough because they've never shot or stabbed anyone before? The level of disconnect you have to actually say that out loud and think it's good. Drake believes that shooting someone is what makes you black because his only real connection to being black is what he hears in the superficial bullshit music that he listens to.
Oh, Lil Wayne's just too good.
Which is fine.
Ooh, Lil Wayne is, ooh. That clip is so wild in or out of context. Also, Drake absolutely believes that what makes you a part of Black American culture is being like a violent, stereotypical gangster. And it's like very telling. It's really sad, actually. Actually, I'll take it a step further. It's kind of fucking racist, I'm not gonna lie. Drake's like, you're not even black for real. Drake is saying that you're not even a real gangster. Real black gangsters shoot people.
Only real connection to being black is what he hears in the superficial bullshit music that he listens to.
Oh, Lil Wayne's just too good.
Which is fine. No rational person is gonna hate on you because you were raised by white people. It's not that deep. But your lack of self-awareness and extreme levels of arrogance are what led to this public ass beating that you just took. And side note, who in their right mind would get into a rap beef with Kendrick Lamar when you're—
I've been saying this for the better part of like a year. In hindsight, just on a raw level, it doesn't make sense to enter a rap contest with Kendrick Lamar. Promise you, you could practice shooting a basketball every single day for the rest of your life. But if you challenge Steph Curry to a three-point contest, we're just gonna laugh at you. It doesn't really matter.
You're this much of a fraud. I would be sending that dude free verses every month just to keep him happy. Especially when I know I'm a pervert? What's wrong with you?
How old are you?
Oh my God, he's showing the video.
And the third thing
I would just like to reiterate, for hopefully the last time, that a young lady informed Drake that she was 17 years old, and after receiving this information, he chose to kiss her on the mouth. And I just think that that is worth reminding you all of. But who am I? Who am I?
thing that this horrible AI verse tells is that you don't know anything about Kendrick Lamar because nothing about him is trying to act hard or street at all.
From Compton, I could have easily came out and said, I did this, I did that. I done killed a whole bunch of niggas out in front. But that ain't me. I'd rather talk about my reality. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather talk about something a little bit more deeper than that.
If anything, he's probably...
It's so crazy how many times Kendrick Lamar has openly said that he is actively trying not to be seen as like a gangster hood killer guy, and people just continue to try and tell him that he's a fraud. It's really, really weird gaslighting that I don't fully understand. No matter how many times Kendrick Lamar says that he doesn't want people to think that he killed anybody, people are just like, why do you keep acting so tough, Kendrick? It's just weird.
You know what I'm saying? I'd rather talk about something a little bit more deeper than that.
If anything, he's probably done more than what he alludes to, which is the opposite of what you do, which is why this whole thing was so ironic, Mr. Tuna Bagel. And on the next song, Family Matters, Drake does the exact same thing. He does it twice in a row.
You know who really bang except my nigga YG. You know who really bang except my nigga Chuck T.
I, as a former Drake fan, knew almost instantly that Family Matters was going to be like the single most embarrassing moment of Drake's career up to that point so far. I didn't know that he had the heart part 6 in him. The fart part shit was very unexpected. But to be fair, like, for me, a very jarring moment in my journey as a former Drake fan was that Family Matters effort, we'll call it.
Drake does the exact same thing. He does it twice in a row.
You know who really bang except my nigga YG. You know who really bang except my nigga Chuck T.
You know who really bangs the set? My nigga YG. He really bangs. Yeah, they really bang. Yeah. Black people, am I standing right? Is this right? Is this cool? Am I cool? Am I strong? Am I a man? Daddy, am I a man? Daddy, am I a man? Gross. I can literally feel your insecurities seeping through the screen. Please get a hold of yourself and become a better person.
Sometimes, like, you know, some of like my blackest friends can be just as cruel.
Oh, that part always gets me. Oh, that part always gets me. That always catches me off guard. Oh, God. Not my blackest friends.
Sometimes, like, you know, some of like my blackest friends can be just as cruel on the other end, you know, by making you feel excluded, or making you feel like you're not.
My blackest friends make me feel excluded. You thought that you could say that on camera and then enter a rap competition with Kendrick Lamar.
You can't get in on this. and sometimes I do feel like, sometimes I don't feel celebrated when I know maybe somebody else would be celebrated for those accomplishments, you know? I don't feel like people say, when Drake is the artist of the decade, I don't think anybody says, wow, a black artist is the artist of the decade. I don't think anybody says that, really. I never heard anybody say that in the last few weeks.
See, Drake, this is...
I just want to be super clear about this. As somebody that has been a
victim
of this at certain parts throughout my life, I am not here to tell you all that Drake isn't black. I am here to tell you all that Drake complaining about people not giving him like black credit is a crazy thing to do. I have all the money and all the awards in the world, but I wish people would be like, wow, he's like the first black guy to do this. Why would you want that? Why do you need that? Why do you need that? You know?
That's why so many black people refuse to acknowledge your blackness, because you'll be the one to perpetuate every single negative black stereotype, from the drugs to the violence to the misogynistic shit. But anytime there's a chance for you to speak out against any sort of injustice or any social issues in your music, you never do it, because you want to appeal to the widest demographic possible. You've proven over and over and over again that you'd rather be a corporation than an artist, which is fine, but you have to realize the choices that you've made and deal with them. Corporations aren't normally the ones who get embraced by the culture. Artists do. And my friend, you haven't been an artist in a long time. Most of the music you've made over this past decade has been vapid and forgettable. I'm sorry. Drake, you are 37 years old. You should have figured out by now that buying the 5th purse for the Instagram model who fucked half the Houston Rockets basketball team probably isn't going to be the best way to her heart. I outgrew your lyrics when I was 17 years old. You are almost 40. Why are we still on this shit? I'm no life coach, but I think it's a good idea for you to maybe take some time off of the music and work on developing as a person, okay? Because you have the personality of a 16-year-old bisexual frat boy. I bet that all your fans would prefer for you to come back in 2 to 3 years with a great...
There's nothing wrong with being bisexual. It's just funny in that context.
album instead of just putting out a mediocre mixtape every 6 months.
My top 5 is Drake, 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 Drake.
Well, maybe not all your fans, but most of them. And speaking of your fans, Drake, we're sending out cease and desist letters for people breaking down your lyrics.
I got a cease and desist from OVO for that video. All I did was break down your lyrics, Drake. I don't know what the problem is.
Very slimy.
Wait, I'm actually low-key a little bit pissed. The Therapy YouTube channel. Now, I've sorted my videos by most popular, and as you can see, my first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh most popular video are me laughing at Drake. The reason why I bring this up is because how did I not get a cease and desist? I'm not saying that I would like to be served, okay? I'm just saying that The Heart Part 6 is Unforgivable has 300,000 views. And I didn't make the op list? Are we serious? That's all I'm saying. Drake probably doesn't think I'm black. So.
Oh, fuck me, I just made the whole connection.
That video. All I did was break down your lyrics, Drake. I don't know what the problem is.
Very slimy, very corporate move, my friend. Now, I know I've been shitting on our boy Aubrey here for a while now, but I do want to give him his props. He is somebody that has accomplished so much in a genre he was definitely not supposed to succeed in. I can't even imagine how much that would hurt when everybody that you looked up to thinks you're a corny ass bitch, and they say that shit about you publicly.
I don't like anything about Drake. Mom, I don't like his voice. I don't like what he talks about. I don't.
See, I be trying to tell these
face. I don't like the way he walks. Like nothing. I don't like his haircut.
You know, like that's real.
I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress.
Got a sting, but he kept getting up and he kept making music, and that is truly admirable. That's something we could all take from Drake, honestly. Okay, now back to shitting on him.
And more tune for your head top, so watch how you speak on my name, you know?
Hey, more tune for your head top, so watch how you speak on my name, you know?
Drake's history with street life has always been incredibly fascinating to me. And look,
rest in peace, DMX.
I know that hip-hop and gang life have been linked since the very beginning, but if there was ever a rapper who should have been able to avoid that path, it'd be this guy.
Huh? You're not that anything or that intriguing?
No, I'm an anomaly.
Did you have trouble saying that word?
I don't know why I did.
Try it again.
Imagine getting roasted by this little white woman. Imagine allowing that.
Did you have trouble saying that word?
I don't know why I did.
Try it again.
I'm an anomaly.
Good job.
I didn't want to overpronounce it like that either. I'm an anomaly.
But from what I've gathered, Drake...
What are you doing in bed on a podcast with Bobby Altoff? Why are you doing that? Why would you make that decision? I just feel like there are better things that you could be doing. But, you know, who am I? I'm just a Drake fan.
Really is in that life.
Is this Call Me Daddy podcast? First of all, it's the Call Her Daddy podcast. Shout out Alex Cooper.
Well, I mean, kinda. It's still Drake, but you'll see. Drake was actually first discovered on MySpace by a guy named Jazz Prince, who was the son of Jay Prince, and Jay Prince is basically like the kingpin of hip-hop. See, Jay Prince is one of those guys that when you come to his city, you definitely need to check in. And if you check in, everything should be fine. But if you don't check in, you're gonna have some problems.
I got your keys to your Rolls Royce. I got your keys to your McLaren.
But Jay Prince and Drake are very close. So,
hey, somebody in the chat said, bro loves little girls with Bobby in their name. That's crazy.
Close that during the Meek Mill beef, when Drake performed back-to-back in Philly, Meek Mill had 100 to 200 goons outside ready to beat some Drake ass.
We're 100, 200 deep. Dream chasers. You gonna press this nigga Drake. He disrespectful.
Jay Prince was the...
Check-in culture is wild. I know that there are probably some people in my opposition lurking that are going to clip this and say that I'm not one of the culture.
As if that's something that I care about.
But I truly find it fascinating that In certain industries, it's appropriate when you travel to a different city to check in with certain other people when you get there. What kind of ops do y'all have? Why is that necessary? If my wife and I would simply like to take a trip to Los Angeles or I don't know, Austin, Texas, or New York City, New York, why in the ever loving do I need to hit up the leaders of the local community and be like, hey guys, Derpy here, about to check in so nobody slides on me and my girl. I got the culture talk. I remember my parents telling me about how to act around the police. Trust me, I get it, okay? But the whole check-in thing, y'all in the wrong business, buddy. My employer is youtube.com. I don't know about y'all, but I think I'm good on all that. Why would I want to be a rapper if I gotta check in every time I go somewhere?
The one who came outside and de-escalated everything. He also stopped the feud between Drake and Kanye and Drake and Pusha T. Drake and Kendrick, not so much, but hey, you know, you can't win them all. Next up, we got Chubbs, Drake's right-hand man and head of security.
As Chillin' with Moni once said, I am still currently waiting on Chubbs to crash something. Imagine fearing anybody associated with Labrie State Graham. I refuse to fear anybody that is willing to take the results of a rap battle so personally that they feel like they have to sue.
Much, but hey, you know, you can't win them all. Next up, we got Chubbs, Drake's right-hand man and head of security. This man, Chubbs, allegedly beat up a producer named Detail who didn't want to sign an exclusive deal with Drake, breaking his jaw and putting him in the hospital. And Detail actually ended up suing Drake, but because he didn't show up to the court date, the lawsuit just ended up getting thrown out altogether. And Detail has never spoken of this since, so this is all very interesting, very odd information. It's alleged that Detail was afraid for his life and that's why he never showed up to the court date, but hey, you know, I wasn't there and I'm definitely not getting sued by some bitch with an owl logo, so.
Very hard to explain. So let me get this straight. Allegedly, Drake's associate Chubbs beat the shit out of this dude, broke his jaw. The guy sued Drake over this incident. And then the lawsuit just mysteriously disappeared? Allegedly? I'm sure there's nothing going on there.
I don't know what happened. This is a man who
What up, James?
Has allegedly beaten up civilians for wearing anti-Drake clothing in Toronto. What anti-Drake clothing looks like, I don't know, but that's pretty crazy if that happens. See, Chubbs was part of that Canadian gang life before he elevated to being Drake's #1 henchman, and even ended up bringing some people into OVO that he used to run with, like Baka Not Nice. Drake's self-proclaimed goon, OVO that he used to run with, like Baka Not Nice.
Self-proclaimed goon is hilarious. Also, what a fantastic image of Baka Not Nice. Chathu, I wanted to ask a quick question about Baka Not Nice. Do you know what I'm about to ask? Why is he around?
Drake's self-proclaimed goon.
He didn't label me as his goon. I labeled myself as his goon.
Who is?
You what? This man called himself a gooner.
Technically signed to OVO. Remember, he's the guy with that one song.
Louis pouch across my body, this is not for fashion.
You know what else he's got?
That was the worst shit I've ever heard.
One song.
Louis pouch across my body, this is not for fashion.
You know what else he's got? Sex trafficking allegations. And a plea to assaulting a 22-year-old woman. But hey, if he's good enough for Drizzy, he's good enough for me.
Call him. I'll message him at 3 in the morning. You know, when I come home from the studio and just be like, yo, you know, I bless you, you know, father. I call him father, you know. Like, and that's just a sign of respect. You know? You know, when I come home from the studio and just be like, yo, you know, I bless you, you know, father. I call him father, you know. Like, and that's just a
Why do you call...
Be like, yo, you know, respect that, you know, because
This Negro said respect Dada.
Yo, you gave me a chance, you know?
You call your friend at 3 in the morning to thank him randomly and call him Dada. Interesting. We also have Drake's longtime connection to the Halal gang with his cosigns of people like Moji and Safe. Speaking of Moji, he's another person who spoke out against Drake and his camps, saying how they had him and several others writing flows and hooks for Drake's next forgettable album.
Have you ever heard in the history of hip-hop a man that gives away his creativity and helps make Billboard hits but doesn't get paid $1 for it, one credit for it, and he's stuck in the hood?
And next thing you know, he's beaten up and sent to the hospital.
Oh my God.
Very interesting how this pattern keeps happening. Drake, I just love how he just cares so much for the small artists. Isn't he just a great guy? And then of course we can't forget about Drake's #1 shooter, top 5.
Yeah, I'm Drake Shooter.
Oh shit.
For the record.
Sorry, that caught me off guard. Why would you say that? Oh yeah, I'm Drake Shooter. Oh yeah. No, for sure, it's me.
Love how he just cares so much for the small artists. Isn't he just a great guy? And then of course we can't forget about Drake's #1 shooter, top 5.
Yeah, I'm Drake Shooter.
Oh shit.
For the record.
Oh yeah, I'm Drake Shooter. Oh shit.
This is someone who became famous for taking shirtless selfies, but who am I to judge? I mean, no one said this man is the sharpest tool in the shed. He did just tell himself to tens of thousands of people, totally unprompted.
Yeah, I'm Drake Shooter.
Oh
I'm not lying to you. Anybody disrespect Drake, I'm shooting him.
But you know, when you're...
I'm sorry. What? Why?
He did just tell himself to tens of thousands of people, totally unprompted.
Yeah, I'm Drake Shooter.
Oh
I'm not lying to you. Anybody disrespect Drake, I'm shooting him.
But you know, when you're the leader...
Not the screen capture.
...of the Go Get 'Em gang, I guess you just move a little different.
Wait, what's GGG?
Go Get 'Em gang.
The Go Get 'Em gang? The Go Get 'Em gang? The Go Get 'Em gang. The jokes write themselves. I mean, what am I even doing here?
Oh, get 'em, gang. All right. So y'all are the top shotters when it comes to Toronto.
Go Get 'Em gang? Are you a bunch of Scooby-Doo villains from 1963, or am I missing something? Bloods, Yakuza, MS-13, Go Get 'Em gang.
One of these things is not like the others.
It's so disgusting to me that Drake is using his money and his fame so that he can live out his little Godfather fantasies. Like, can't you just learn boxing or something? We all understand that you struggle with your masculinity. It's as clear as day. But I promise you, there are healthier, less destructive ways of dealing with these issues. You know what I mean? Like, do you have to use poor black people as your little chess pieces so that you can feel adequate as a man? Drake is the prime example of what happens when you let your insecurities control you and turn you into something you're not. Someone who steals songs from smaller artists, someone who will have artists from your city, oh, I care so much about Toronto, blah, 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 who will have those jumped because they make Instagram posts, allegedly. And ultimately, this goofy ass behavior has led Drake to have the worst public ass beating I have ever seen. And honestly, I think it's a win for humanity. I'm gonna be real. I think that's what a great artist is supposed to do. They're supposed to say, hey, this part of our culture, I know it's popular, I know we all love it, but this is bullshit. This is hurting us. We can do better than this.
I thought My Heart Part 6 Unforgivable video, like, I thought that was a banger. This one did something to me.